Without further ado, listening to Calvo and Deuces, let us delve deeper into this pandemonium scandal of beef between DJ Maporisa versus Prince KB. You know, they've been like throwing words like stones towards one another, which is unacceptable in our society. We shouldn't promote the beef and what's not, and so forth, slandering someone's name, belittling, scolding, scoffing, and all of these things. It is totally unacceptable in our society. We should strive at the level best of our potential to make sure that we reprimand bad behavior. We reprimand, we rebuke a bad spirit. It is of bad spirit, if I could put it that way. Why are they lashing on one another? Pertaining this beef, the beef is about exploiting the novice in the industry. People are just coming to the newbies, the beginners in the music industry, people who are coming from bushes, from nowhere. The anonymous artists, they are being like exploited by these so-called big labels or big celebrities that have already established their name in the entertainment industry. People like DJ Maporisa. So it sparked a beef between another house giants, because I'm going to put it that way, that Prince KP is also one of the people who established, and his name in the industry is very big, is very viral, is very moving. He released some couple of hits, over the last past couple of years, as well as DJ Maporisa is currently viral. It's like unstoppable. It's like a wave. It's like a tsunami. It's unstoppable. The I think he is at his prime, DJ Maporisa. The level of performance, is relevant, is viral. Is releasing hit after hit, one after another, non-stop. Is a tsunami, that one. But guys, I'm here to stand in the gap between this beef, existential beef, that DJ Maporisa we've seen over the last past couple of days on social media. This thing has been disseminating all over social media. They were exchanging words, sharing their sentiments pertaining this thing. Right. DJ Maporisa, this is what DJ Maporisa said, which sparked up this existential beef where they began to fight. With words, by the way, not physically. I must address that as well. So DJ Maporisa said, if you come into the studio, you use my electricity under my premise, under my roof, under my house, using any equipment of some sort in my studio. So that gives the right to my recording label to own wherever that's going to be produced inside that premise, inside that house. So if you're going to come into my house, I don't give a fuck how talented it might be. If you just come into my studio to use my equipment, my keyboard, my mixtape, whatever, everything, Fruit Loops, everything. If you're gonna come in, if you're showing up in my studio, in my house, in my premise, under my roof, and then you're gonna use my toilet, you're gonna use my water. Maybe if I decide to buy some couple of drinks as well, while you at work, working inside my premises, under my premises, yes, whatever that you're gonna produce there, it's going to be under my name, irrespective whether the time you was producing, I was maybe laying my head, just relaxing in my bedroom while you were doing that on the other room where I work in studio. So I'm going to own that thing. I'm going to own that thing. That thing is under my label. It's under my name. It's under my roof. It's under my premise. So I get to the side of, because I'm trying to assess this situation in both sides of the spectrum without treating on anyone's sentiments here. Right. So I've explained the side of Maporisa. If you come in studio using my equipment, maybe even drinking water, maybe using my shower, or either my fan or my air conditioner, at the time you're going to be like producing. Maybe I'm going to be like smoking. We know DJ Maporisha smokes like Dacha. I'm going to be smoking, maybe having some quality time at the pool with my girlfriend. You're going to be busy there, connecting the instrument, trying to gather music, trying to come up with something great. As long as you work under my premise, I'm going to own that music as DJ Maporisa. That's the story. That's the side of the story of Maporisa. Now let us shift a little bit on the other parallel side of Prince KB. Prince KB said, just simply because somebody shows up in your studio and use your equipment, maybe drink water and maybe have some couple of fruits, maybe he open your fridge and take a juice or can of Coke or can of Red Bull just to sparkle up, his energy to begin with work. So it literally doesn't mean that you produce that music. So Prince KB was making a very precise statement by saying, let these well-established artists, celebrities, producers, stop exploiting people who are still coming at the industry, people who are still toddling, they don't have money, they are not known, but they are doing quite great in the music industry. These guys, music mongols like DJ Maporisa, stop exploiting artists. Yes, according to the law, Maporisa is saying something which is exact, which is very direct to the focal point by saying, if you show up in my studio, use my materials, using my equipment and everything, I'm going to own 100% of that. I will decide whatever percent I'm going to give you on what you're going to produce. So actually you didn't work, maybe you was just folding your arms, maybe you was just asleep the time I produced the song. Maybe you show up while the song was already done. And when you come, you're going to say, oh, this is my music. You produce it under my studio. So Prince KP was trying to be, to show some empathy, to sympathize with these beginners in the music industry. They're anonymous, they are unknown, They are trying to establish their name using the big brands like Abu Maporisa and Rosnol and so forth. So he was trying to show empathy with compassion, to put himself in shoes of these people who are still coming to the party of music. Like, just simply because I'm Prince KP, I afford to have a studio and everything. Now I'm going to exploit these people who are still coming to the party. He was just rebuking that. And I get to the side of Prince KP. And then Maporisa began to lash on Prince KP by saying, you've been having like this sex scandal with CN Boyen, something like that. There is a lady that is very notorious of having like, how can I put it? I think it's sexual problems with men. I was dating this man, gender-based related matters, or some sort of sex tapes and all of these shenanigans, something like that. The name is CN Boyen, something like that. That's the lady that Maporisa was attacking Prince KB with. And then Prince KB responded back by saying, I'm not going to mention that you've been beating a girlfriend up to a point where he was caught up by the police and thrown into dungeons. I'm not going to mention any of that. All I'm saying is that let us stop exploiting artists who are beginners, who are still toddling, who are still coming into the party of music. These people are hungry. They need to bring bread on the table. Let us not take advantage. And it does make a hell lot of sense, It does make a hell lot of sense. But now it seems like Maporisa then began to say, when was the last time Prince KP is not relevant, is dead. When was the last time he released hits and all of these things? So, and the beef kept on exacerbating, slandering and all of these things, which is unacceptable, guys. But both of these guys are totally correct. Nobody is wrong. It's just that we should just sympathize with people who are still coming into the industry. rather than to exploit them. Thank you very much. Have a lovely day.